Animal Crossing New Horizon, the game I could only describe as the Japanese version of Minecraft, sort of. It's a game that anyone could enjoy, even your grandma. A relaxing experience where you can occupy yourself with different activities, such as fishing, catching bugs and planting flowers. You travel to a desert island where only raccoons live at first and 2 other animals. They give you the opportunity to name the island and for you to live there, at the expense that all that they have given you must be paid back. That includes airfare, accommodations, labor, tax, and the phone that they gave you. This should be a good lesson for millennials who always complain that the education system never taught them how to pay taxes. So far, my favorite activity is to fish, and it's really exciting to feel when you've caught yourself a big fish. I play with the Joy-Cons, and the vibration is so clear and indicates if it's a big fish or a small fish. It's almost the only thing I want to do in the game, besides decorating my island, but I hate catching the pufferfish. The sea bass is equally as annoying to catch. It probably has the worst pun in the game. I caught a sea bass! No, wait, it's at least a C+. Get it?
Oh brother, this guy stinks!
Noob, don't be mad. There are still people that enjoy your jokes. Some of them are funny. For example, the anchovy. Stay away from my pizza! There's still more to do after you paid your debt. Upgrading your tent to a house, opening a museum, expanding a town hall on your island, and even open up a furniture store and a clothing store. In the meantime, it's the best to try to earn yourself some bells, which is Animal Crossing's currency. You do that by selling anything you can get your hands on, like fruit. Selling your fish or bugs is the best option. Spending your bells is up to you. In the beginning of the game, the island feels very empty, so buying furniture and decorating your island flavors things up a whole lot. It's the same when you buy clothing for your villager. You decide if you want to feel fresh, cool or cute, whatever you desire. Or you could be a psychopath. Sorry, my mind went dark for a sec. Let's continue, shall we? Animal Crossing wouldn't be Animal Crossing without the villagers, of course. They are the reason why most of the player base even play the game. Villagers are basically NPCs that can live on your island. And if you didn't notice, they're all animals. There are 35 different types of animals that can live on the island, which are birds, squirrels, pigs, gorillas, alligators, koalas, eagles, anteaters, cats, dogs, mice, horses, hamsters, kangaroos, wolves, penguins, chickens, elephants, sheep, deers, tigers, cubs, bears, hippos, ducks, goats, ostriches, rabbits, lions, frogs, cows, monkeys, bulls, rhinos and octopuses. It's kinda funny that there are only bear cubs in this game, and they excluded all the other ones, but it doesn't bother me.
Do I look like...
They all look unique and it's very easy to differentiate who is who. It gives them a lot of personality. Speaking of personality, villagers also come with personalities that are gender specific. Males can be lazy, cranky, jock and smug, and the females are snooty, peppy, sisterly and normal. How can females not be lazy and males not be normal? But hey,
it's only a game.
People like to hunt their favorite villagers by flying to deserted islands. It almost works as a gacha system. Whenever they visit a random deserted island, there should be a villager there, unless they haven't gotten 10 villagers already, or if there's no land for them to settle in. This process takes hours, cause first you need tickets that cost 2,000 Nook miles each, and is only obtainable by doing miscellaneous tasks. There are many ways to get Nook miles, but I'll save you time by just saying, play the game. Some folks value villagers very highly and are willing to buy them for bells or Nook mile tickets. Raymond and Marshall are very popular currently and are fighting for the top spot on the community tier list. The most popular villagers go for 15 to 20 million bells, or 1000 Nook Mile tickets. And let me tell you, to get 1000 Nook Mile tickets takes a very long time. In my case, I prefer to keep those whom I have some form of connections with, or just interest me. I've had a lot of interest in Japan ever since I started to watch anime. The food and the culture always intrigued me, and when I saw Saku for the first time, it just clicked, cause he's literally a takoyaki, an octopus snack. He's so cute. Also got a crow in my campsite who is the legendary DJ Jacquees. He was a must-have and asked him immediately if he wanted to become my neighbor, cause he has a freaking DJ booth. Jacquees, play my jam! I forgot to mention that they can celebrate your birthday. No attire was involved, cause for some reason it was reasonable for me to go half naked. To end things off with the villagers, I'm currently looking for the ones who is on the top row. If there's any kind soul out there that is willing to give me Dom, I will appreciate it. Terraforming really caught my attention when Nook Inc. first revealed it. It was the main reason why I pre-purchased the game in the first place.
What the f-
This feature of course lets you freely handcraft the island however you want to, but with my overly ambitious mind, I think too big before putting in the effort to create something, and I always end up doing nothing. Well, I did some small things with it at least, but the process takes forever, cause every movement takes forever to animate, halting my dedication somewhat. So far my island looks pretty mediocre. I've seen people literally remake places from other video games. It's ridiculous. Someone remade Yodo from Pokemon and it's mind-boggling how gifted these people are. I don't even have the time to dedicate myself to be this innovative. Let's just hope in the future that I have time to complete my vision I set up for myself, so it will be finalized. Not gonna lie, I feel sort of conflicted with some of the events that are present in Animal Crossing. Some of them are good and some of them are bad. I'll keep this short cause there are a lot of things I could go over, but I'll only mention the things that's worthwhile. Let's start with the bad ones first and the good ones last. Gulliver and Wisp feel like they are reskinned shores of each other. They ask of you to collect stuff that they've lost. Gulliver needs 5 communicator parts that somehow got out of his phone and are now swept ashore. And Wisp loses his 5 souls when you try to greet him. They do award you, but it's not worth it at the end. It's more beneficial to just do something else, since their payoff does very little to impact your overall progression. And I hate Zipper. He's the one who takes care of the Bunny Day event. He always goes hippity skippity whenever you talk to him, and I go hippity hoppity get out of my property because I dislike him so much. The Bunny Day event is essentially Easter of course, but the worst version possible. Every activity you do starts to turn into an inconvenience. If you ever needed wood, an egg would pop up instead. If I was fishing, the fish would turn into an egg. If I ever needed stone to craft a fence, for example, the stone I prospected from drops an egg. This wasn't helping me out at all, cause if I ever needed anything, I would just get unwanted eggs. The eggs are craftable and you can make furniture out of them and clothes, but they are ugly. The only cool thing that was craftable was the bag. This event was literally garbage. Zipper is even in the facade and just acting all cheerful. He doesn't even want to stick around cause he knows his event sucks. Man, shut the... If I could change the Bunny Day event, I would make it so the eggs are hard to come by, and they spawn somewhere on the island where you most likely wouldn't find them. If you find an egg, you could decide to open it and you'll be rewarded with the furniture or something else. It will be more rewarding and enjoyable for everyone. And if you bring friends to the island, you could go on an egg hunt contest. Wouldn't that be fun? Now, let's talk about the good events. These events are much better compared to the ones I just mentioned and reward you highly for being patient. The reason why is because they are not available every day and appear once a week or every now and then. I'll start with Flick and CJ. They are generally the same but have different interests. Flick is the bug-loving emologist and CJ is a live streamer who loves fishing. They both host tourneys but with their own interests respectively. If you compete in the tournaments, points will be accumulated every time you caught yourself a critter. The points are redeemable for items, and if you are at least in the top 3 spots, a trophy will be handed to you for the effort you've put in. The best thing with Flick and CJ is that they both buy all your caught critters with a multiplied price of 1.5, making it worth saving bugs and fish for when they come around. At my spare time, I used to sturgeon farm and just banked all of them on my island. And when CJ was in town, I would earn 600k for a full inventory. That's some
good money.
There is an alternative way of earning money too, with the riskier method. Once a week, every Sunday morning, a little boar named Daisy May will wander on your island selling turnips. These turnips go for a different price every week. And the goal is to buy these turnips with a low price and sell them for a high price at nook crannies. This, of course, is called the stock market. This is the best method of making bells in Animal Crossing, but it's quite hard knowing when you should sell them. You must do it within a week or they will spoil and be worthless, so keep that in mind. Last thing I want to point out before I talk about the last topic is Celeste is the best. Find her at night. She might give you a recipe to change you into something really nice. There's a chance for you to get a recipe for a wand, giving you the ability to change clothes on the spot. Really neat. The wand is like a wet dream, believe me, cause sometimes you want to mix stuff up. Let's hop into the final topic and end it off there. Yup! Playing with friends is most likely the best thing you can do in Animal Crossing, even though it makes some stuff inconvenient, like disconnecting and not being able to sell stuff at night. The general experience playing with others can enlighten you and your friends with some fun memories. Grinding for rare fish feels less tedious and is time well deserved to burn that way. To play without friends feels like an Oreo cookie without the stuff in between it. The Oreo cookie separate tastes good on its own, but the filling makes it so much better. Basically what I'm trying to say is playing together makes the game more easy for everyone if you help each other out. Like letting each other know if turnips are sold for high price on their island, or just helping get resources and items. To make multiplayer experience more fun, I wish there was some small minigame that everyone could play. Tic-tac-toe or just a simple card game would improve the franchise by a mile. They sort of had that before. Kind of. But that's fine. Me and my brother roleplay MTV Cribs instead. Cause what else would you do when you get bored?
Oh, welcome to my MTV Cribs. Welcome to my crib.
Oh!
We got here. Got some. Don't care about the shotgun. They just chilling.
Okay.
We got the radio. Turn on some good music. I'm just gonna turn that off for you. Yeah, we got cribs. Wait, what?
Oh my god. Oh my god. That sound was the fire alarm going off, and I had forgotten to turn down the cooked rice I had on the stove and almost burned down my whole entire kitchen.